You may not believe this, but I love flowing wells. I probably should have never left. I thought about how to introduce my son and decided that I'd like to share two things with you. The first is that as a senior, he wrestled, I believe, 32 matches. He had 28 pins. The 4 that he didn't pin were the #1 seeded wrestler in the 4 weights that were above him. Now, I may not have this exactly right, maybe he'll clear it up. But I know that he wrestled 189 and 172 and 160, and he was clear down wrestling 145. The 189, I think he drank 2 gallons of water before he stepped on the scales so they could make weight so they could wrestle the guy. And when he went in for a double leg, I remember he looked like he was trying to pick up 600 pounds as he tried to lift him up for a double leg takedown. In football, he was a starter at nose guard at 155-pound sophomore. He beat out a 235-pound senior for that position. He was Tucson Athlete of the Month of the Week, leading tackler of the team in '88 and '89, most valuable defensive lineman in '88 and '89, was a team captain in '89, All-City football team in '89, All-State honorable mention in 1989, team divisional championship in '89 and '87 and '88, and the team state quarterfinals in '87, '88. And he only played football to stay in shape for wrestling. My son, Morgan.
Well, I appreciate everybody coming out. I'm glad to have my family here, my wife and my 6 children, so you can correct your program. There was 5 when they asked me to fill out the form. And I have, the first time in 2 years, I have all my brothers with me here today. I have 5 brothers. And I appreciate the love and support that my parents gave to me, give to me still. They always told me to follow my dreams, and I could do whatever I wanted as long as I put my mind to it. And with that, in wrestling, our family, we have 6 boys, and so that means if you made varsity all 4 years, you had 24 chances to place in state. And my brothers and I, we placed 18 out of 24 times, which is a 75% success record in placing. And 10 of them were first, 5 of them were second, and 2 were third, and 1 was the 5th. And so it's kind of, my older brother inspired me, and my younger brothers inspired me to do better, and so that I might be a good example, and so that I might follow in the footsteps of a good man. It's kind of unique that it's interesting to me that they're playing Thunderbird tonight, because the first time I competed in a state wrestling tournament was at Thunderbird High School back in, was it 86? 86. And I lost in the semifinals in overtime. And I didn't get a place. But I would like to thank several people that aren't here and that maybe are here that were a good influence on my life here in Flowing Wells. Coach Gordon in football demanded excellence from everyone, and he was a very good man, and he did a good job. Coach Dave Thomas, he inspired me, and he was a great coach. Jeff Hannum and Al Stengel, great men. I really look up to them. And people that I walked around with, Bruce Schroeder, Eric Moreno, Anton Prophet, Dan Lannis, they were great men that showed me good things, and I wanted to emulate them and be like them. I want my family, my kids to know that in wrestling, because of wrestling, I was able to wrestle in 20 different states, visit 20 different states, and actually was able to visit 6 different countries in connection with my wrestling career. And I want them to know that my message to my kids is that you need to set your goals and expectations to match your dreams. In some instances, you will achieve them, while in others, you may be disappointed. But the attempt and the struggle will be well worth it. I have found that the greatest satisfaction I have in participating in sports was maybe not achieving the end goal. The thing that I miss most was the effort and the satisfaction and the friendships and the intangibles I felt and lived while in the journey in that effort. I want you to know, my children, that if you put your mind to it, you can do and achieve anything that you want. You just need to determine that thing or those many things in your life that are important. Write it down, create a plan, and work your hardest to get there. And this doesn't just apply to sports, it can apply to anything you do in your life. I thank you all for being here. Chris, great man. I want to comment a little bit, kind of out of order here, is Coach Weber. Coach Weber took over our program and at a very hard time in Flint Hills High School wrestling. And he took and brought that program through, and he is still here today because of his dedication to the students and to wrestling, and I appreciate him very much.
Well, I had the privilege of coaching Morgan, and throughout my whole wrestling career, I think there were only 2 wrestlers that epitomized the intensity and tenaciousness, and they're both here tonight, Chris and Morgan. So I appreciate you guys for coming, and thank you for those words, Morgan. When I got to see Morgan's brothers show up today, it was the first time I'd seen them all together in quite a while. I'd run into a few of them at wrestling tournaments around the country once in a while. But the first thing they said to me is, "Hey, is the wrestling room open?" I thought for a second, well, yeah, it is open. Matter of fact, they're practicing over there right now. And Colin says, "Do you have any extra shoes?" Next on the list, we have one of our former coaches who now coaches at Baylor